And I'm back. Lee smiled back as he opened the drawer that covered the door to the pharmacy. The remote to my dad's TV. He picked up the remote and turned it towards the TV. He tried turning it on, but the screen of the TV remained black. There was no signal. I miss TV. It won't be gone forever, Clem, hopefully. He tried to reassure her, putting the remote in his pocket as he turned his attention towards the blocked door to the pharmacy. But again, this store cleared, huh? Can I help? Clementine asked, wanting to help him in any way she could. Sure, Lee nodded, smiling as he placed his hands right under the desk edge. Here we go, he said as Clementine did the same. Watch your fingers in the drawers. The two paused for a second as they pulled the desk back a bit. You don't need anything, right? No, Clementine shook her head. I get hungry a lot. Okay, good to know, Lee nodded in understanding. And you don't have any allergies or anything I should know about, right? Don't kids have allergies or asthma or just general malaise? Clementine thought about the answer for a second. My friend Alfred has a peanut allergy. But you're cool, Lee asked. I think so, Clementine nodded. Oh, okay, here we go. Lee exchanged a smile with Clementine before moving the drawer a bit more to the side. He began pushing it to the side and stopped a second when Clementine asked him, Do you have any kids? She asked him. Lee cringed internally, wishing she wouldn't bring this up. No. You don't have a family? Clementine asked him another question. What do you parents do? Lee asked, a few seconds of sane silence, trying to change the subject of the conversation. My mom is a doctor and my dad is an engineer, Clementine responded. Those are good jobs, Lee stated, nodding his head. What's your job? Clementine asked, out of curiosity. I teach history and white things like that. Lee gave her an honest answer. Like, social studies? Clementine asked. Lee smiled and nodded. Yeah, like that. You didn't answer my question, Clementine pointed out. Alright, a little further, Lee said, trying to stay away from this conversation as he and Clementine moved the desk quickly to the doorway. Why won't you talk about your family? Do they, hate you? Clementine asked after moving the desk, turning to look at Lee with a slight frown on her face. I hope not, Lee shook his head, letting out a sign. It's just complicated, that's all. Why? Clementine wanted to know. It just is, Lee replied. But you love them, right? Clementine asked another question, starting to feel bad for bringing up this topic. Yeah, of course, Lee nodded as he knelt down in front of Clementine. Look, my family is gone and I wish things would have been different. Yeah, Clementine nodded. Lee paused for a few seconds before saying the next thing, trying to figure out what he should say to Clementine next. I got into some trouble and then I didn't talk to them for a while, Lee replied. This used to be the story, but let's keep that between you and me, okay? Okay, Clementine nodded in understanding. Because of the trouble? That's right. Now let's get this done, Lee nodded. He and Clementine gave the drawer a strong fell push against the wall before Clementine jumped back and yelled in pain. Ow! She whimpered. Her finger started to bleed. Lee looked at her. What's wrong? I hurt my finger, Clementine replied, showing him her bloodied finger. Is it bleeding? Lee asked her another question. Clementine nodded confirmation. A little, Lee nodded as he picked up Clementine and seated her on the desk. I'll find you a bandage. He turned away from Clementine and walked over to his parents' first aid kit, which was right above the bloody mattress. He opened the first aid kit and took a look inside, checking if it had something he could use to patch up Clementine's finger. He found a bandage perfectly for a wound like this. He took out the kit and walked back to Clementine, crouched down in front of her. Let's have a look at that finger, he said, touching the finger. Ow! It hurts, Clementine said. Let's see if we can do something about that, Lee smiled up at her. Yes, please. Clementine smiled back as Lee wrapped a band-aid over her cut. Yeah, Lee replied to her, calling, getting himself into a standing position. What if my parents come home and I'm not there? Clementine asked. Lee didn't answer her question right away, remembering the message from her parents he heard on the answering machine in her house. Hey, it's Sandra. This is Diana. We're still in Savannah. Add her a little incident with some crazy guy near the hotel, so we had to get him back to the ER and have it checked out. Anyways, he's not feeling well enough to drive back tonight, so we'll stay in an extra day. Thanks so much for looking at the Clementine, and I promise we'll be back in time before your spring break. Oh my god, finally, I don't know if you tried to reach us. All the calls are getting dropped. They're not letting us leave and tell us anything about Alana. Please, please just leave the city and take Clementine with you back to my area. I gotta get back to the hospital. Please let me know you're safe. Clementine, baby, if you can hear this, call the police. It's 911. We love you. We love you. We love you. They'll, he replied the future slash, not much good to know what he had heard back in her house. Track us down, don't worry. Yeah, okay, we should keep a lookout, Clementine nodded. I got my walkie-talkie in case they try that way. Yeah, okay, we should keep a lookout, Clementine nodded. I got my walkie-talkie in case they try that way. Stay close to me until then, okay? Lee asked as Clementine nodded. He turned away from her and walked over to the front door and tried to open it, but it was locked. It's locked. It was still worth a shot, I guess. Having no more wishes saying, Lee walked over to the door, preparing himself to leave. We want to head back to the drugstore with me? Okay, Clementine replied. She got herself off the desk and walked over to Lee. Lee? She called out for Lee when he was about to open the door. You're not bad, right? Why are you asking me that? Lee replied. Asked. That lady said you killed someone, Clementine replied. Was that because he was one of the things trying to eat you? It's complicated. Sometimes things happen or you do things and you can't explain them. Lee responded, shifting his gaze back to the door as Clementine nodded in understanding. Let's head back to the others. He opened the door and walked out of the office into the drugstore with Clementine. After exiting the office, the two split up. Clementine went to one spot in the drugstore and sat down on the floor as Lee looked over to Doug, wanting to ask him how he was the situation outside. Heard or seen anything? He asked as he stopped next to him. Nothing, luckily. Doug replied. Want to step out and have a look around? Lee laughed. I'm not suicidal. No, the gate out there is closed. We can hang on in front of the store and be fine, Doug explained. Oh, sure. Let's have a look around, Lee nodded. Cool, we'll keep it down. Don't need to bring them back this way with any unnecessary noises, Doug warned Lee. The two walked towards the door. Lee and Doug exited the drugstore and found themselves in a small area between the drugstore and gate, which was preventing the undead from entering the building. They crouched down and took a look around the street, seeing many walkers loitering outside, eating some dead bodies. Doug covered his mouth with his hand in disgust. I think I'm gonna be sick. They just, Lee started to say, eat. As far as I can tell, that's all they care about, Doug finished with him. And if one gets you, Lee asked, they'll eat you, and what if his love comes back as one of them, Doug explained. Lee shook his head. How the hell? I think it might be more than a couple days before all this gets sorted out, Doug stated. Yeah, I think so too. You better keep it down here. Lee nodded agreement. He took another look at the street and noticed one walker trotting the phone pole. Look at that one, troubled yell. Better him than us, huh? Doug asked as Lee noticed his eyes at the trap walker. Great noticing that identification corner under listed as B. Everett, his brother. It was with all hope that his brother's father was completely destroyed. He lowered his hand slightly, knowing it was too late for his family. Lee's eyes widened later, a gasp upon recognizing his trap walker as his brother. Oh, shoot. Doug shifted his gaze to him. What, you know this guy? He could be a drugstore employee, Lee quickly replied. So you're saying he might have the pharmacy keys? Doug wanted to be sure if he understood correctly. I'm saying he might have the pharmacy keys, Lee replied. I don't know, Doug voiced his out. Could be anybody, you know. They started watching, getting all chewed up, and shut up, Doug. Lee shushed him, shaking his head in a sad manner. Look at the uniform, though. He could have worked at the drugstore and died with the key in his pocket. It'll take a lot of effort to make it safer to go out there and see if he has keys, Doug Boyle. If he can somehow prove that he would kill, I think it'll be worth it. Lee pulled out the photo of his parents and his body. Found another in the office and showed to Doug. See, I found this in the back. He would kill, and this is the best bet we have at finding the pharmacy keys. Yeah, I agree. Doug nodded his head to confidence in that he just received from Lee. We need to figure out how to get it out there and get them. You won't need long, right? Maybe there's a way to distract them and buy you some time, Doug stated. Maybe. Lee nodded. He looked away from where his body was trapped and looked at the TV store with many TVs left on display on the other side of the street. He was when a decap popped into his head. Perhaps he could use the remote. He found the whole store TVs on display on. He pulled out the remote and showed it to Doug. Think you can do anything with this? Maybe I can. Doug took the remote from Lee and began fiddling with the buttons. It's universal. I could program to work with those TVs across the street. Let's hope the power is still on. You can do that? Lee asked. I memorized all the codes when I was in AV. Let's try it. Doug explained as he pressed 3 buttons on the remote, turning all the TVs on display on. We're freaking done, Doug. Lee pressed Doug. Oh, that dog nonsense might save a life. Who says it already hasn't? Doug replied with a dark smile on his face. As a few walkers walked over to the TV store, the stack on the TV display gained their attention. That coffee didn't take notice. But not enough, Lee said. Maybe if we break the windows more, then we'll hear the static. He looked around himself, trying to find anything he could use to break the clutch when the spotty prickly on the other side of the gate. He reached his hand towards it, but unfortunately, couldn't reach it. Dang it. I can't reach that plate. He shook his head, looking at Doug. You know the combination lock? Doug shook his head. No, he sighed, knowing he had to find something he could use to store the lock on the can, otherwise he wouldn't be able to reach the brick. Yeah, I had to clear my throat. Glenn parked his delivery car on the left entrance of the mall, and as he, Victor, and Andre had just arrived at their destination, the group of 3 got out of Glenn's delivery. Glenn and Victor made sure to grab the gas cans they had found on the way to the mall, and they looked around the spotting a few cars, a pickup truck, and a camp, but fortunately for them, they didn't seem to find any walkers here. It's quiet, Andre said after taking a look at the morning. Good. We might get this over with quickly, Glenn said. As I know, I equipment. Yeah. Victor pointed at the boy at the window of the office. Wait, this place... Was this place abandoned before the entire mess? Yeah, it goes down not too long ago, Glenn replied. Not surprised with this date. This place is falling apart. Let's go check those cars, Glenn said. We might find some gas in them. Actually, Glenn, you could start without us. Andre said, I need to talk about something with Victor in private. Sure, Glenn nodded, heading towards the campfire. What is it you want to talk about, Victor? Victor asked Andre a few seconds later. The Glenn walked over to the camper, pulled out the self-heating tube, and knelt down in front of the gas tank. It's about Lee revealed. I talked about him, got cut short on the farm when those things got shot dog. What do you think we should do about him being a convicted murderer? I don't think we should confront him about it right away. Victor voiced his opinion on the matter to Lee. I think we should give him a chance to prove himself. Are you sure about this? Andre asked with a conflicted look on his face, wanting to know if Victor was sure about his answer. Yeah, Victor nodded in confirmation. So far, he hasn't shown anything which might indicate he's a threat to us all. He helped me save Sean at the farm. He protected Duck from Lily, and he saved Clementine when she was attacked by a walker at the drugstore. I see your point, Andre. Alright, we'll give him a chance to prove himself, but if he will do anything which will put us in danger, then we will confront him. It's exactly what I had in mind. Victor nodded and glanced away from RJ and Leo sign. The conversation bringing up some unpleasant memories from his past, like it did back on the farm. Do you have any idea where we'll go? No, we cut a contract from him after he dropped out of high school. We just couldn't keep him here anymore. Nothing we did made him stop being what he is. I see. Yeah. Do you have any idea where he might turn up? Here's my card. How could this happen to us? Where did we go on? We did nothing wrong. Sometimes parents do everything right, or as close to everything right as it is, and still right. I can only hope Victor will be alright. What is it? Andre's voice brought him off his thoughts. I can see there's something else on your mind. Victor shifted his gaze back to Andre. I'm fine. Are you sure? Andre wanted to be sure. It's the second time you lost yourself in thoughts when we were talking about Lee. Victor sighed. Fine. I'll tell you. It would be fair if I told you about this, considering you trust me with the information about Lee. Despite barely knowing me, I have an older brother, or what I had considered my family, disowned him a while ago. His name was Timothy. He's a few years older than me. He led a criminal life for as long as I remember. Drugs, burglary, you name it, he's done it. My parents tried to make him change, but their attempts never worked. After he dropped out of high school, they couldn't take this anymore and kicked him out of the house, cutting all contact with him in the process. I remained in contact with him, though. He was my brother and he was always nice to me, despite his rocky relationship with the rest of my family, I guess. I believe there was still some good in him. Everything changed after one incident that happened when I visited him. What happened? Andre looked at Victor with a pitiful look on his face. I found the dead body, Victor revealed as Andre's eyes were in shock. A little dead body of a person hidden in the basement of his house. I knew I couldn't ignore that. I left his house and called the police. He became a wanted fugitive and went on the run from the authorities. According to the police, he got himself involved in some local gang and the body belonged to the member of the opposing gang. I haven't seen or heard from him ever since. The last words I ever heard from him were, "See you later, pipsqueak." I'm sorry you and your family had to go through something like this, Victor. Andre pulled his hand on his shoulder and took over. Look, I know it must have been a painful experience for all of you. Do you know what happened to him after he went on the run? He got caught somewhere in this state a while ago, Victor replied. That's all I know. I don't know if he already got sentenced or not. My entire family made sure to distance himself from any piece of information about him. I followed their example. Perhaps if I never found the boy in his house, then maybe I would followed the information about him. I can't blame you, Andre signed. If I had a brother, if I found a boy in his house, then I would distance myself from him too. Yeah, Victor signed. He wasn't always like this, you know. He was normally be a kid until he reached the age of 12, it was when he started acting out. At first, my parents didn't thought much of it because they thought he was still his age, but as time passed, his behavior just got worse. A few weeks before I found body in his house, I asked him what changed. His sudden change behavior. He just told me, I saw something and it messed me up. He never specified what it was, though. I see, Andre nodded in understanding. I'm sorry I made you bring up those painful memories. It's okay. You didn't know, Victor assured Andre that no harm was done. Do your friends know about this? Andre questioned. Yeah, Victor nodded confirmation. Simon stayed at my house for the night for a few days after the entire thing just to make sure I was right and know that he was there for me. He seems like a good friend, Andre said. Yeah, Victor nodded confirmation. His and Andre's conversation got cut short when a tearful scream of a woman came from the second floor in the morning. Victor looked around himself in alarm. What in the world? Andre shifted his gaze from Victor to Glenn. I thought this place was abandoned. So did I, Glenn replied as he got up into a standing position. He looked at the second floor of the motor inn and gestured towards it. It came from over there. Let's go. Not wasting any time, the group of three quickly made the way where the screen came from and found themselves in front of the boarded up door. Victor thought about taking a look into the room from the window, but backed away from this idea because the window happened to be boarded up too. Miss, are you alright? Go away! The woman in the room shouted. You got bitten! Miss, I assure you, none of us were bitten. We just want to help. Andre tried to convince the young woman to open the door. No, the woman replied. You're lying. You're bitten. It was when something below them covered his attention. He looked down at a group of 6 walkers entering the morning. Guys, walkers! Andre and Glenn shifted their attention from the room to the area below them and saw the walkers. Victor admitted they quickly got themselves back to the ground level and hid behind the camp for a moment, allowing walkers to walk past them. After making sure the walkers were avoid them, the group of 3 left their high spot and saw 2 walkers circling around Glenn's silhouette car. Shoot! Glenn cursed. He and the was going back to the hiding spot behind the camper. Victor reached for a satchel and took it out. We have to take care of them. I wish I could use my pistol right now. Noise will only attract the rest of them. I trust somebody tried to use it. Don't worry, Victor. I got this. Alright, remember, aim for the head, Andre reminded Victor. Victor nodded at him and left his hiding spot behind the camper. He quietly walked over to Glenn's truck and stopped behind the nearest walker. He allowed a soft exhale, preparing himself as he raised his hatchet in the air. He hit the walker in the back of its head, killing it instantly. The other walker was alive by the noise and now the now deceased walker made when its body collided with the ground and slowly shifted its attention to a walk, touch into walk. The undead snarled, making its way towards the Victor, and as Andre and Glenn walked out of the high spot after hearing their body fell to the ground, the walker got close to Victor. Victor wasted no time, quickly made sure to give up the other walker as Andre and Glenn walked over to him. The group of three crouched down and quickly hid themselves behind the short brick wall. Good job, Victor, Andre said. Victor nodded at him. Thanks. What do we do now? Andre asked. We can't leave it. We can just leave it Glenn's car, Victor suggested. I don't think the rest of those will reach us before it gets the car moving. Glenn shook his head at the suggestion. What? Are you crazy? We're not leaving this girl behind. We just killed 2 of the ladies. I'm sure the rest will be a problem. He's right, Andre nodded. We can't leave for those things. Victor shifted his gaze between Glenn and Andre, thinking he should agree with them and try to help the girl if she convinced them to it was too risky and leave the motor in Glenn's car. Okay, hold on. Let me take a break real quick. You know, scratch what I said about leaving in Glenn's car for the set. We need to help this girl. Sorry about that. Exactly, man. Glenn smiled at Victor and as Andre nodded. So how are we going to do this? Andre peeked over the wall to get a better look at his surroundings. We don't know how hard it's going to be to get out of that room. Glenn nodded. Yeah, it's supported that, but good thing I have my hatchet for just there. Hopefully we'll cut through the boards quickly. Glenn nodded in agreement. Yeah. Victor followed Andre's example and peeked over the wall to see what the walkers were right now. One was seen on the ground sitting against the front of the abandoned car that was on some ramps. 2 were on the 2nd floor trying to get into the room where the unknown woman was trapped, and the last one was wandering aimlessly by the lonesome close to the door to the room. He hummed to himself, shifted his gaze between the walkers sitting against the car and walkers wandering close to the door to the rooms. So I had to kill every one of them here, Andre stated, referring to the multiple walkers on the parking lot as Victor lowered his head, having no reason to look around himself for any longer. He signed, "Dang, I wish I could use my gun right now because it would save us a lot of time, but I don't want to risk leading more walkers towards us. Let's take a look around," Victor said. "We might find something useful." "Good idea," Andre nodded in agreement. He was about to lower his head, but he stopped himself and he noticed something laying close to him as a group, a slight smile. "I think we have just found something we can use." Glenn from closet. "What is it?" "Oh, this guy reached something laying close to it." He went back to his car second, showing his we could find Victor and Glenn. It was a pillow. "A pillow?" Glenn asked in confusion. "Yeah." Andre nodded in confusion. "It was laying close to us." "How are we going to use it?" Victor asked. "I don't think you can kill one of those things with a pillow. You'll see." Andre replied. "Follow me, I'll show you." "Alright," Victor replied as Glenn gave Andre had signed off his end. Andre started moving to the right side of the fence as Glenn and Victor followed. When they stopped, they got a good look as walkers at the walker that was seen against the front door of a car that was on some ramps. "Here," Andre held the pillow out. "Victor, take it." Victor took his pillow from him. "What do you think you want me to do it?" "Sit against Walker's face. I'll take care of the rest." Victor nodded, understanding before walking over to the walker with Andre. The other noticed them and started growling and started right away, but all it did for a second as Victor slammed the pillow on his face. Andre quickly moved and placed the barrel of the gun on the pillow and pulled the trigger. All the corner and flip from the pillow acted as a sound muffler, so the sharp belly made a noise as the walker fell to the ground with a hole where his eye used to be. "That was sick," Glenn called to the Victor loudly from where he was hiding with an impressed look on his face. "Yeah," Victor nodded agreement, make sure to be more quiet than I never thought I would ever see anyone would use a pillow as a sign, so he looked up to the 2nd floor with the walkers who were trying to break into the girls' room. He saw the 2 walkers shifted their attention from the boarded window for them to second before going back to slamming the girls' door. "We should search the car," Victor looked. Victor looked away from the 2 walkers and nodded. "Yeah, I already know how to deal with this guy's walking by the rooms." He opened the door to the car and locked the gear shift. He put his hand on the car and began pushing it towards the walkers by the room. Seeing what he was doing, Andre pulled his hands on the car door and helped him push him. The car was set rolling towards the wall. Luckily for them, the walker by The wounds happened to be standing in the path of the car. The car hit the walk in less than 100 was set with the car into the wall, pinning it against it. After trying to walk in one place, Victor and Audrey walked over to the trapped walker. Glenn came out from his house, seeing no need to stay in it for any longer and catch up to them. Upon reaching the trap, the undead started to growl and wave its arms one. Its meal it saw before it. It was lasting and did as Victor with it hit wide in the floor with the hatchet, killing it. Only two more, Victor. Elder said. Victor nodded in agreement. Yeah, Glenn pointed at the fire accident probably case behind Victor. That should help. Yeah, Victor agreed. Glenn had grabbed the axe and held out. Glenn, take this. You can't be the one around here who wasn't anything to defend yourself. Alright, Glenn took the axe from Victor. Thanks. The group of three walked over to the stairs, leaning to the second floor and made their way to the second floor. With all three of them on the second floor, the two walkers tried to get to a room where the crime room was hiding, shifted their attention to them and moved towards them to attack. Victor swung his hatchet at the first wall and hit one on the floor, killing it instantly as Andre hit the second walker in the head with the back of his pistol, making it stumble backwards. The walker snared to move forward as a police officer, but never reached him as Victor made sure to get rid of it with his hatchet. What? Glenn smirked, walking over to them. Andre stopped in front of the door and knocked on it a few times. Hello in there. I'm a police officer who here to help you. Please go away. No woman replied in a tearful tone. If you open up, we can take you somewhere. We got a group in town for the Saturday to convince the woman to open the door. No, please no. Guys, Glenn said close to the door with the fire axe away. She's in trouble. Knowing what Glenn had to do, Andre and Victor stood away from the door to give him more room. The Asian man swung his fire axe and chopped the wood off the boards that barricaded her in the room. He tried to open the door when it didn't work and tried to kick down the door. Just stop! I'm coming out! The girl said sadly before opening the door, revealing herself to be a pale young woman with brown hair. She looked at Victor, Glenn, and Andre tearfully, clutched her bleeding side. Andre sighed and shook his head. Oh no. We need to get your help, Glenn clearly said, noticing what kind of wound the one in front of him had. The young woman looked down sadly, tears all spilling down her eyes. It's too late for that. She spit and Victor shook his head. What? Glenn exclaimed. I told you! I said go away! I bet! But you wouldn't leave! The woman said, I know I will be fine. My boyfriend Lawrence was bitten. You get sick and then you die and you come back as one of those things you can find! You have a boyfriend? Glenn asked with a disappointed look on his face. Glenn! Victor exclaimed, looking at Glenn in disbelief as Ollie smacked Glenn in the back of his head. I don't want that. It's not Christian. Please leave me. Please go. The woman pleaded. It was when something caught her attention. She set her eyes on Andre's gun. You have a gun? Yeah, Andre asked, slowly realizing what the scores are going to ask him. Can I borrow it? She asked. What do you mean borrow? Andre wanted to be sure if he understood her correctly. Give it to me. I can just, end this and then there's no problem. The unknown woman exclaimed. Whoa, Glenn said. Please! I don't want to be one of them. Sounds satanic! The girl pleaded further. You're not thinking about giving it to her, are you? Glenn asked Andre. What if there's a way we can save her? At least it's about time and getting bad surviving after you cut up the burn limb. Yes, but Sarah was much better state than her when he cut off his hand. Andre put up. Besides, how are we going to cut by part of her stomach without killing her? I don't know. I'm sure we can figure something out. If there's one way we can save someone who was bitten from dying, there has to be another way, Glenn asked, desperately trying to find a way to save this girl. She shifted his gaze from all to Victor. Alright, Victor. Hold on, I'm gonna take a break for this phone to charge real quick. We'll be right back.